Good evening.
Good evening,
Hello,
everybody.
everybody. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Conversations
Conversations
with
with
the
the
Lovebirds.
Lovebirds.
I'm William Bird,
And I'm Darlene Bird.
and together we love
With
people.
and we love love.
That's right, we're the Lovebirds.
Thank you
Good
for
to see
coming
y'all
back.
again, man. It's so great to see everybody. How's everybody doing out there? Send us a little shout out. Tell us how you're doing out there.
Yeah, everybody survived the storm.
Yes, we did.
We did.
We
Some
did.
parts of Atlanta got some covering
Yeah,
of
cover.
snow.
That's
We
it.
we it was pretty falling down nice and hard,
It
but
was
nothing white hit the ground or the street or anything where we live, and it
none of
snowed all day,
all day.
and all night.
We didn't get accumulation. I couldn't make a
Nothing.
snowball. I couldn't make a
It
snowman.
was too warm. We did ride around a little bit.
Yes.
We had to go out and do some errands on Monday, and we did see the Georgia snow.
Yes.
Y'all have to see this.
You got to see. They had snowmen like this
Yeah,
big.
in Georgia, the snowmen are like 10 inches, 12
a
inches.
foot tall.
Yeah, it's like three snowballs
That's funny.
piled on top of each other. And
Yes.
it's cute to watch.
Yes, it was.
Some of them were
They
a
were
little bigger.
invested though. No, they were serious about it. Saw families out there
Yeah, putting them on a plate.
putting them on a plate. Yeah.
It was a couple that we could see from the street though,
Yeah,
so
it was.
they must have been.
We saw
maybe
one
2
big snowman. They was.
That one might have been 3 feet tall. We saw some
Yeah.
that was 2 feet tall, but
It was fun.
hey,
It was
snow
fun.
in Atlanta.
Yes.
Fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
Thank
come
y'all
on
again
in
for
here,
joining.
guys. Thanks for joining us.
Wait for everybody to come on in.
Yeah,
Good to see some.
Amy said the snow in Georgia was a joke.
Yes, it was.
It was
a
pretty to
joke.
watch it coming down, though.
It was.
I'm not
It
gonna
was. It
lie.
was nice. It was like
Yeah.
to see some snow.
Mhm.
Hey, cousin Debbie.
Hey,
Good to
Auntie.
see you.
Yep.
I mean, Auntie Debbie. I'm sorry.
Yes, good to see everybody.
Yes. We're
Love
back.
you too.
We're
We
back.
are back.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't get enough to make a snowman or snow angels
No.
in Austell area, but north of us, they did, like
Yes.
Duluth and Kennesaw.
Yes. We went
Yeah.
up to celebrate Darlene's uncle Percy Harper.
Yeah, a
His
birthday.
birthday,
We had sad
They had
enjoy.
snow. They had some.
We had a funeral
They had
and
a
then we
little
had
inch
some
of
fun.
snow up there.
Yeah, snow
Yes.
was still there, like a day or two later. So, and we could see some snowmen. So they did get some cover.
Hey, Michelle Wright
there.
Brown is watching.
Woohoo!
Michelle
What's up? We said hey,
Brown.
miss you
Hey,
guys.
Shelly, sis.
Missed
How
you
doing?
guys.
Long
Yes.
time.
Yeah, Violetta said the Harpers did. Yes. We saw your snowman on a
Happy
plate.
Harpers.
We saw the Harper snowman on a plate.
Snowman on a plate. Hey, Nisi, how you doing?
Good to see you guys.
Yes.
Thanks
So-
for coming back. So last week
Last week,
we talked about the stages and phases of a relationship,
Yes.
realizing that
yes.
every relationship is different. We
Yep.
can't even talk like they're the same.
but
but
they
they're-
all go through certain stages.
Yeah, some
Pretty much all.
recognizable stages.
Recognizable stages.
And
Yes.
so we talked about those last week. We talked
Remember
through
the
those. We went back and forth on, like, sometimes you can fall back on a stage
Yeah, but do
and
you
have to
remember the
rebuild.
stages?
I remember the stages. Do you guys remember the stages? Anybody
Yes.
remember any of those stages?
I remember.
Do you remember how many stages there were?
Yes. Well, let me give. We have 5 stages.
You
So
didn't even give them a chance to see if
Oh,
anybody
I-
remembers
well,
some of the
well,
stages.
I was just trying to give them a little, some hints or something like
Uh-huh. Okay.
that. Anyhow,
Yeah, there were 5 stages.
there were 5 stages. So we're going to go through them real quick just to get it over with. Our first stage was falling. That's
Yep.
the infatuation stage.
Everybody knows what that stage is.
That's the old giddy
Yeah.
butterflies in the stomach stage.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
You're overlooking your partner's flaws because you just can't see past the cloud.
Yeah.
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 You're on cloud 9 with that person.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the
Discovering
The
is when you
discovering
start
stage.
learning each other, and
yes.
the good, the bad, the ugly, starting to learn the little quirks, the
Mhm.
things that you thought were cute
Mhm.
that may not be so cute. That you
Stage
suck
where you
your
most
fingers and-
probably going to move in with your partner,
Yeah, you
or make that commitment, make that verbal commitment that
Mhm.
we're together.
Mhm.
I go with you.
You go with me, I go with
Hey,
you.
cousin Lisa.
I go
Yeah,
with you.
I go with
we
you.
boyfriend and
You're my
girlfriend.
girlfriend.
Yes, I can wear your jacket.
You gonna wear my sweater? Yeah, my leather sweater. Yes, that's the.
So yeah,
That's when I find out you're a little gassy at night.
That's where you find out all kind of
All
stuff.
kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
Yes,
Like
that's the
you
stage.
know how
Yes.
you eat, you try to eat off my plate, and all this kind of
Yes.
you're discovering,
Discovery.
and still trying to figure out whether or
Yes.
not this is gonna work.
Mhm.
Then something happens. You move
Yes.
into a phase. We call this phase. What do we call it?
Disturbances.
Yeah. So
disturbing phase.
So life happens.
Yes.
We call
Life
this,
happens.
we call this
Yes.
phase disturbing.
Mhm.
So you go through things. It could be trauma. It could be a situation with the family. It could be a situation with a job loss or crisis, a move.
Or it could be, I don't like you for real.
Just really, you know
like
what?
We talked about that today.
Yeah.
I just really don't like you.
Yeah.
This is the stage where most relationships either level up or fall off.
Yeah, a lot of relationships don't make it past the disturbing. You can
Yes.
make it past the disturbing.
You can.
You can come out stronger after the disturbing.
You most likely will be stronger after the disturbing.
Yeah, because you know, you learn how to relate and you start to put some rules in place. And I need to know that this bothers you. And I need to know that this is a no-no. And I need to not say these words. And these things trigger something from your past. So you can get out of the disturbing phase stronger.
Hopefully.
Yeah, if you learn.
There,
a lot of relationships don't get out. It's like, you know what?
There, we're praying for you.
If you know what? Yeah. No.
No. Yeah, that's a good one. No.
Yeah, but you can come out the fourth phase. Amy missed the fourth phase is molding. That's when you begin to mold. You begin to gel. You begin to know what adjustments you need to make, for each other and for things to go well.
You're there. You're there. This is the longest stage.
My cousin Lisa's there. I got to see her the other day. I need to put some pictures up.
It's the stage that lasts the longest. It's that stage where you're beginning to build a life together.
Yeah.
You're securing that life together. You're doing the things that's needed to maintain a great relationship or a better relationship. You're doing the things that are needed to sustain a relationship.
Yeah, the stability. You renew the stability.
That's the stability. That's what I want.
Job.
I couldn't get it out of my head. Stability.
You may have overcome some things, and that may have brought you closer. So it's a good place to be. It's a good place to be.
Yes, that's a great place to be.
I didn't understand that.
But it's not the ultimate. It's not the ultimate. There you go. Gelling.
Yes.
You got it.
Yes.
Serving is the blow up.
Yes.
Look at Amy. Falling, discovery. Just don't wear my panties. Amy's starting it already.
Well.
Yeah, you discover those kind of things. Like you wouldn't do what now?
But it's okay.
Yeah. And the blow up.
That's the real disturbances. So it's kind of
molding.
Okay.
You got it. You're gelling.
That could be a date night.
And then no, it's not.
For some people,
wearing the other person's panties.
Wait a minute.
See.
Hold tight. When you mentioned, if you said you're wearing the other person's panties, that means there's two females in the relationship. That's what I said.
Well, can I wear your panties? Can I wear your drawers?
I ain't got no panties.
Anyway.
Lord have mercy, help her, Lord. She's in control. As you can see, she's got on her Janet gear. She's in control. So if she says wear the panties, I'm putting them on.
No, you ain't. I ain't gonna. I don't want to. I can never unsee that.
I'm serious as a heart attack. Whatever you want, baby. I'm putting them panties on.
You would. I know you would.
I'm not. Listen. I am.
You secure
in my masculinity.
I would never.
Putting a pair of panties on ain't gonna change that. I might look good in your panties.
I may not ask you to do that. Maybe some boots and a cowboy hat might be something like that, but not here. I don't know. Anyway, let me come on back.
Okay, come on back. I'm sorry. You all catch us in the
So the molding. Yes.
So the molding stage.
Yeah, and then but that's not the ultimate. That's not that's the longest stage. Sometimes it gets to where it gets to be too comfortable. And then from the molding, you begin to sometimes take for granted, stop doing some of the things that you should have been doing.
That can happen.
Yeah, because it could be a long time. But it's not the ultimate stage. The ultimate.
But if you level up past the molding stage, which comes to my favorite stage, because I believe that's where we reside. And that's the flowing stage.
The flow.
Yes.
The flow.
Flow.
The flow.
Let it flow.
You really want to get to the stage where you're flowing. Yes. You kind of know how this thing is going to work, right? Yes. Right, Vi and Percy? Right? You get to that stage, they've been in a long time.
Yes. But this is the stage where you find something, a commonality in something outside of your relationship.
You should.
You go from
find the things that you like to do together.
like to do
you know
together,
Serving together.
outside of the relationship. The relationship is secure, it's molded, it's firm, it's got body, and now you try to present that to the world. Pretty much. Yeah. That's the stage I'm in.
Yep.
I like showing off our relationship, and this is not just to say showing off our relationship. I show off our relationship in an attempt to give hope to people. I just got a text from somebody earlier this week, a past church member of ours. She called me. Well, she texted me concerning some work as far as the approach was concerned. And as I'm going through the text, we asked if was she still going to the same church, and then she ended the text with, "I just love seeing your wife. You guys are great together." And she goes on, and her last statement in the text was, "Because it gives me hope." And that just it rang so sweet in my ear to hear that the actual mission of our marriage is being accomplished through our efforts.
You said that too fast.
What?
The mission of our marriage. What is the mission of our marriage?
To ignite, encourage, and inspire people to true and real love.
Right. I know that.
Did I say that loud night? The mission of our marriage, and has always been from the onset, kind of, it just basically has been to ignite, inspire, and encourage people to good, healthy, clean, true, and prosperous relationships.
And know that it is possible.
And know that it is possible.
And it's still out there.
Yes.
It's not a myth.
Giving
it's
people
not a
hope.
No,
it's not a myth.
So we believe that
we remain steadfast in it.
Yeah. And we believe that that's the charge that we have, and that we show it. And people don't understand it. Somebody made a comment one time about, y'all, you post too much or you share too much. And, and we laugh because clearly they don't understand that people need to, God has told us that people need to see it. So we share it.
So we share.
And people say, oh, you really share too much and, that kind of stuff. So it's not, it's just
it's a North Star. Oh, thank you, Kendra. Oh. Yes. We want to be a beacon of light for this thing, man.
Yeah.
We really operate in that. And like I said, we feel like it's a call from God. Yeah. Some people are called to do certain things, and we understand what the mission of our marriage is and what God has ordained us to do.
And not just us, we there's other couples who have a lot to share. We were sharing with a couple earlier this week, Violetta, and just other people that there are things that we feel like they can share.
Yes.
So listen, if you, and we're going to be reaching out, and
very
exactly, we're transparent. It is what it is. What it is. We don't always agree, but we've learned, and we continue to learn how to even fight fair and how to disagree. We talked about conversations and seeking the win-win. We've got some good material out there, guys. If you missed some of those conversations, I suggest you go back. We need to probably share the topics.
We hope so, Frenchie. I do.
Yeah. So so it's been good, guys. It's been good. I love you guys. I love the conversation that we have. And how you guys participate in tracking with us.
That is really our mission, and that is being ordained. When things are seamless and easy, there's no mistaking.
Yeah.
You can't mistake it when it's just as seamless and easy as it is to deliver the message without having to put on a facade or it's great. It's a great feeling.
There's something on my heart, guys. And when something grasps my heart like that, like this, it's hard for me to let it go. So I mean, God could drop a something in my spirit or my heart. Or somebody can say something, and I could chew on it literally for weeks. So somebody said, when you're born, you could kind of look like your parents, right? But when you die, you look like your decisions. And I mean, my spirit stood straight up. Like when you die, you look like your decisions. Yes. So when we're looking at you at the end of life, you look like your decisions. And I've been chewing on that. I've been chewing on that. I don't know what you guys think about that.
Mhm.
Does that resonate with anybody other than
I
me?
can
But
see,
that landed
I
for
see a
me.
whole bunch of wows just went up. Of
You
course,
look like your
that
decisions.
that hits somebody.
And it
Yeah.
and it made me say, hey baby, do you think that relationships look like their decisions? Relationships reflect your decisions?
Hmm. Yeah, Amy, right. Yeah, I know. Amy
It's
was like,
still with
wow,
me,
to me
Amy.
too, because I heard it, but when we
You look like your decisions.
got a chance to get
Do we
to
look like our
beside us,
decisions?
oh, we absolutely, I believe we definitely look like our decisions. I know I look like my decisions because my look is different. So I knew what I looked like before I made certain decisions and choices, and I look at myself now and how I
Okay.
look, and
All right.
I look like the decisions that I
Yeah.
made several years back.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you look like your
Yes.
decisions, and
Mhm.
do your relationships look like your decisions? And so,
Yeah.
God, I just been chewing on that. I just been chewing on that, and I've been chewing on that. You look like your decisions, and your relationships look like your decisions.
So we
And
come up with the topic.
and that's what we're gonna talk about.
What choice do you have? That's how we came
We
up
got
with the topic.
choices.
You have choices. That's how we came up with the topic.
You have
Yes, you have
choices.
choices.
And God, He made us a little different from the animals in that we have the ability to make choices and to make decisions.
Exactly.
And there's I remember sharing a story with my children. We look like good decisions.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
I know I look like the best. I look like the best decision I could ever have.
you
made.
have choices. I remember sharing with my children. There's a person, and it's a big family, right? The whole family. You know how family is known for something, right?
Mhm.
The whole family is known for good, like good, church fearing, educated,
Mhm.
kindness,
Mhm.
connected, whatever. So, but one person in the family decides that I'm out of here. And so that one person decides to leave and head for the hills, head west, head north, wherever they headed, they left, right? And then that person left, and then say that person has kids,
Right.
right? And then they all have 2 kids each, right? Quickly, you have a whole arm of the family tree that left and went I'm gonna say went left instead of not right. They went left.
Yes.
And then that whole side of the tree is disconnected from the root. They don't look the same. They don't talk the same. They don't have the same values, because one person decided that I'm going to do this. It's kind of like a prodigal son type of situation. I'm going over here. I'm going to do my own thing. And that person doesn't look like the rest of the what the rest of the family looks like. That person then starts to look like their decisions. And not only that, those decisions can impact the whole. It's a trickle down effect, right? To the decisions.
Yes.
So guys, I'm stuck in this little zone right here about looking like your decisions, and relationships look like your decisions, and I can get stuck and I can just chew on something like that, but we're gonna talk about it.
Yes, we're gonna talk about it.
Yeah. So let's. So what do you guys think? What's some of the things that you guys think about that? Nisa said, for sure, you look like your decisions.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, we look like our decisions.
Oh, yeah,
we should look like our decisions while alive. We that's right. While we still have the choice.
Yes.
That's deep. Y'all looking like good decisions, making choices, making choices that don't kill you.
That's a good one.
Your choices can't kill you.
I know for me, and just to give and I tell this story all the time. Y'all probably heard it. Of course, I got fed up with myself. I was tired of me and who I was and what I was doing. And I just made a decision that I was going to turn right and go straight. I say that all the time, not just in a literal aspect, but in a direction sense. It was just really start to do and do right, not only by others but by myself, for myself. And of course, most decisions are, once you make one decision, you need to make several other decisions. We make decisions based on how they benefit us. So whether they are rational or irrational. Case in point, a bank robber thinks that he may get away with bank robbery. It's an irrational decision, but based on his beliefs, because it may benefit him. The money that he gets from it may benefit him. It may be a bad decision, but any decision, period, is, is making a decision, is taking control. Because one, if you don't make a decision, decisions will be made for you. Life has a certain way. I remember a guy told me one time, and I'll never forget it. I'm pretty sure everybody heard it. I hear from this old guy that I heard. He said it's going to work its way out one way or the other.
One way
or the other.
Or the other.
So
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. So if indecision is actually making a decision.
You made a decision.
You're making a decision not to decide.
Sometimes, yeah.
So I like now when I was actually doing that type of decision making, I just learned to start to take control of my decisions and make a decision. Have control. So once I understood that I had choices and I could, take control of those choices, it just began a process of consistently making better choices and be more decisive about what I really wanted.
Yeah.
So
what are some decisions you guys have made? Let's see if anybody's talking about that. Working on decisions.
I feel you, Mr. Bird. I became to develop an undeveloped areas in my life.
Yes.
Pour out of me. Yes.
Yes. When she made a decision to develop the undeveloped areas in her life.
Yes, decision is indecision for sure for team. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
The decision can have a domino effect on others also, as Darlene spoke about, by the family member leaving the nest and that prodigal son, and then all of the siblings and family after that were succumbed to that one decision, where the security of the family, the blanket of the family was lost because that one person made a decision. Absolutely.
I'm gonna be a little transparent, babe. When I was 19, I made a decision to marry because I was pregnant, and I decided that I didn't have a dad around, and these kids needed dad around. It wasn't their fault; they didn't ask to be here. So I made a decision to marry. Was not in love, but I made a decision to marry for the kids and stuck it out for the kids. So for 20 years, I took it for the team, and I decided to take it for the team until they were good and up on their own, because it was better for them to have a dad around than not. And I felt like I would have been selfish to leave, as long as there was no abuse. There was some kind of emotional abandonment and things like that, but that was a decision, that I made, and I had to live with that decision. But then later in life, when health and different things started to go wrong, I had to make another decision to take care of myself and to decide when it was time, and to decide when I had the peace of God about making the next decision.
Right.
But we look like our decisions.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that's what I decided to do, and it was I had to make that decision. What have you guys made any major decisions?
Frenchie says, look, Frenchie today I made a decision to get a certification, make more money.
Very good.
Very good, Frenchie. I know during this whole COVID thing, I took several courses to,
You did.
I made a decision to take the life coaching. I took several coaching, a whole bunch of them, as a matter of fact, cumulative about 270 something advanced adult credits. Yeah.
To use that COVID time wisely.
Exactly.
And to come out on the other side with, some certifications. Aunt Debbie said she made a decision to sell her house and downsize. That was big.
That was big, Aunt Debbie, because I know you have a lot of memories attached to to
the
that house. I know.
Yeah, and
I
my
know.
Uncle T-Mac.
Yes, absolutely.
Decision to say yes to God's proposal, and now she lives a surrendered life,
Mm,
the God life. We know about that surrendered life,
mm,
Amy. We're full in.
mm.
We're
How about Lisa?
what day is this? We're so many days into a
What?
fast. We're surrendering.
Yes.
Definitely cut from the same cloth of taking.
Take
Listen,
one for ten.
cuz,
Lisa, I hear you.
cuz.
I hear you, Lisa. I hear you. Lisa, I hear you. I hear
Oh,
you.
Jesus. But that's all right. I'm getting double for my trouble now.
Fatima says, after my divorce, I was bitter about financial burdens we both created.
Mm-hmm.
Being bitter kept me stuck. I had
Yeah.
decided to fix the issues on my own so I could move forward. And by doing so, I recovered.
Mm-hmm. I was able to buy
I was
my
able
house.
to buy my home, send myself back to school, get a new car. It was work. And fortunately, my ex and myself benefited.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no longer bitter. I'm in a great co-parent relationship.
Wow.
So we both are happy in our
Wow.
current lives. Very good for
Wow.
Tim.
She decided to stop being bitter.
Yes. And move on.
And not be stuck.
Yes. See, making decisions is like I said.
Look at Allie. I
What she
decided healthier eating, down 11 pounds. Girl, go ahead.
Tinker's Bell.
Come on now.
It's your best self, girl.
All right.
All right now.
God is still working it out. Yes, he is.
Absolutely.
And guys,
Absolutely.
every day that we wake
Yep.
up, we got another chance to make decisions,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
We got another chance to make decisions. And what happens when you make a decision, it's like a domino effect. There's downstream impacts to one decision. You know, I shared the story how one person decided to leave, and what did that do to that whole arm of the family? They don't even look like the other side of the family.
Yep.
They look like the decisions.
They look like
the
decisions.
just the alcoholism and just the whole totally different life. Yeah.
Because I mean, once you make a decision, one or two things are going to happen. You're going to either achieve or set out. You're going to achieve or that you set out to do, or you're going to find out that it's a little bit too much for you, and you're going to quit. So, which one are you going to do?
Amy, that Heath Blizzard sounds so good.
The Heath. Wait a minute, Amy.
We are so many days into. We've
Amy.
been fasting since the top of the year. We have not had anything good. We've been real hungry. A Heath Blizzard. But you know what, Amy? That's okay. That could have been a reward because you've been working really hard.
You've been working hard.
But the decision is to how you're gonna, get back on it.
Make a rebound.
How
you gonna rebound?
Yeah.
I know you're gonna probably do tomorrow.
Yeah. Cousin Lisa said, give yourself some grace. You deserve that one.
Yes.
Yeah, but Amy been walking up a storm. I don't know how many miles this girl did.
She did over 300 in the month of December.
Ooh,
she walked over 300 miles.
She made a decision.
She made that decision.
Help me, Lord, to make those type of decisions. My water aerobics is all I can do right now. All right. Okay. So listen.
Okay.
What time is it? Are we doing what time? We good?
We good.
We good. Okay, guys. So so there are some specific decisions though in your relationship.
In your relationship. We're gonna cover some relationship stuff.
Yes. Heath Blizzard.
Heath Blizzard.
Oh, that sounds.
I know.
When you fast and everything look good. The commercials. You ever notice the commercials?
It looks so
They play
good.
too daggone much.
I just want to lick the TV.
Okay, so we talking about decisions. You shared some decisions you made. I shared, a couple decisions that I made, and there's a domino effect to your decisions. So once you decide to make a decision, people feel the impact of it, especially if it's a big one. People notice the change. Sometimes people have to go through withdrawal pains because you're different. You done made a decision to go this way, and babe, you lost a lot of friends when you made a decision.
Oh, well, yeah.
I
didn't lose them. They weren't aligned with that decision making process. I didn't lose them.
Right. Everybody can't go with some of these decisions that you make.
Everybody can't. Exactly.
Everybody can't go
I didn't lose
with some of these decisions. Hey, cousin Trina.
They just distanced.
Yeah. So but there's some everybody can't go. Everybody can't come up here.
Yeah.
Once you start making decisions, everybody can't go.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So, but there's some specific decisions that we find that you can make in your relationship. Yeah. Percy and I made decision to put special time aside for us, which means that someone will get their feelings hurt. Ooh, they start going through withdrawal pains.
Yes.
Ooh.
They're gonna be knocking on the door.
So-called friends revealed. That's right. That's right. And if you're not doing some of the things that they're doing, they don't want to hang out with you no more.
No.
So, yeah.
And I don't want to hang out with them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, I would hang out with them, but not doing that.
So, babe, on one of our, not last week, I think the week before,
what's that?
You mentioned the decision. We weren't talking about decisions. You were talking about, oh, I know what it was. You were talking about getting right and keeping it tight in 2022. Right. And one of your last points, I forget even what the last point was, but you made a decision about faithfulness.
Oh, yeah.
And you said, what did you say?
You never had to worry about me ever cheating on you, or cheating or going outside of our relationship and infidelity or anything like that. Yeah. You never had to. That's a hard line. That's a what we call it. No.
It's off the table.
It's off the table.
Yeah.
It's off the table.
It's off the table.
Yes. And I will be faithful at all times.
Yeah. So that's a decision that you made to faithfulness. So faithfulness was one area in a relationship that I will be faithful to my spouse at all times and in all circumstances is a decision.
Absolutely.
So that was a relationship decision. And so once you make a decision like faithfulness, what are some of the things that begin to change?
Stop watching porn.
Yeah, porn. yeah. I mean, not you specifically. But you share what you want to share. It is what it is. Y'all know it. Listen to LoveByrds. It is what it is. I mean,
you already know I'm gonna come at you. Stop watching porn.
Right. You decided you made to go in a different direction. There's a domino effect, guys.
I do all the things needed, like you said. One decision led to others. So I made a decision to stop working. I made a decision to stop approaching women. I made a decision to try to keep my eyes in my daggone head. Just keep my focus on my wife. She's the prettiest woman in the room, and it works out that now it's so easy. It don't even, it's like normal now. Remember I told you, we don't. Everybody say that's rare, but I like to make it the norm. So with that effort and that consistency, it brings out maximum results. So at this point,
So Amy said, were you in the falling stage or the discovery stage when you made a decision to be faithful?
Oh, it was kind of early. It was very, very early, I got to say. It was probably in the discovery stage, though, Amy. After I made a commitment, we made a commitment that we were going to, after she said, I'm going to take you, you can take me home, and I got to present Darlene as my trophy. It became, it was very early. Because remember, like I said, our falling stage was very short. Our discovery stage was even shorter. Because me and Darlene were married in a matter of 8-9 months. 10 months max, really. Yeah. So all those beginning stages for us were very, very short. Yeah. Me and Darlene found ourselves. This is literally no truth. We're a rare animal. We understand that. Me and Darlene found ourselves at the molding stage super early in our relationship.
Yeah.
That's why we have gotten to the flowing stage, and y'all see us flowing because we were jet propelled past all of the stages. At light speed.
That's a good question. So I'm thinking about, I'm still pondering.
Here we go.
I feel like we had like 3 and 1.
We absolutely.
I do. I'm really trying to be serious about that question Amy asked. I feel like the falling, discovering, and disturbing
all happened at one time.
We just blew up our own model.
We blew up our whole model. We blew up our whole model.
We just blew it up. Dang on it. But
you're right.
Because I again, I wasn't feeling it. You already had a mission, and like God told me it was you, and I'm like, wasn't feeling it. So I was kind of discovering.
Yeah.
So, you know, you jumped to falling. I was kind of discovering. There was some
Yeah.
disturbing because people was not, they, you know, people was like, oh, y'all,
No. A
People-
lot of people weren't feeling our
no,
flow.
no,
They weren't feeling our
no,
flow.
no.
Family and everything.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So I think we may have had all three in one. But
Yes.
once we kind of dug our feet in, and I remember that. Remember the picture
We
when I had on
actually-
the orange jacket? We were. I'm looking off, and you just making a whole bunch of promises, and
Oh, that's one where we was at the venue.
yeah, and it's like, listen, do we sure we
Yeah,
want
we
to do this?
Like I said, I expedited things a lot. When we were really in those stages, those 3 stages, we implemented a whole lot of stuff, man, that kind of we like the conversation cards and stuff like that. That stuff was early, very, very early on.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if we was going to be in this relation, we wanted to do the best. We made the decision that it was going to be the best.
It's going to be
So
the best.
we did
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the stuff really early, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Really fast.
Fatima said, married, not being alone with, meaning spending time counseling, supporting opposite sex, calling my spouse if in that position, having my spouse support me. If a man needs support, send him to another man or ask my spouse to help support the person.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So guys, that's like putting those guardrails. I don't know who put it in the comments, but somebody put the word about those guardrails. You got to kind of have those guardrails around. And you know, my husband talks about me to women, because when I meet him, I go, well, all he did was talk about you. So that's a way to kind of put the guardrail there. I mentioned in one of the things that my husband, he even on Facebook, like his profile picture, it was always a picture of the two of us, you know, not him, like, you know, and a lot of, for some reason, some guys don't do that or want to do that, or it's your personal choice, but he chooses to love me out loud. That's how I would put that.
Yes.
But I had to, because, you know, everybody who knows my husband, he's a lovable guy. You know, if you meet him, all of a sudden you're a family. He's a helpful guy. He will compliment, you know, he will encourage and all of that. And that's why I love him. But I have to sometimes explain to him, honey, you know, you might be the only guy that complimented that woman in a long time, or today, or whatever, or helped her, or held the door, or carried her bag to the car. And I'm perfectly fine with it. But some women can take that as something else, you know, like, you know, and so he doesn't see it like that, but you know, I wasn't
going to say it. I don't see it like that. I understand that.
Yeah.
Real. Yeah, I understand that vulnerability. I understand that.
And they see something that they want,
but
they might want a little piece of it if they can't have all of it. So you just have to
that doesn't project what it goes on in my head.
I know.
And I guard myself well from that.
I know.
I guard myself well.
But just, you know, that kind of stuff is out there.
I'm going to still be the same person that I am. I can't avoid that. That's not what God tells. God just tells me to not do that because I need to be apprehensive about. I need to love him.
He's a gentleman. Yeah, and men and women can misinterpret.
Yes,
that.
absolutely.
Yeah,
and that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I just want, if it ever presents itself, and it has. Listen. I'll let you know you said that. I'll let my wife know you said that.
Exactly.
And it very rarely happens because a lot of people know me, you know. And if you don't know me and you're for yourself and find yourself in our circle, somebody says something about us as the LoveByrds. So I'm kind of unapproachable, I believe.
You're so approachable.
I am.
You're so approachable. That's your middle name. Okay. You're so approachable. But you don't play with your marriage. I don't play with my marriage. You know, somebody say, you know, oh my God, you know, a compliment. You sure you look good, and I'll say thank you. My husband told me before I left the house. You know, so just so that you know, and you know, we're people, so we kind of get those. I still get those. You married. So are you
You
faithful?
always tell me too.
Or you faithful or you playful? Or
Yeah.
something somebody said.
Yeah, I remember
You know
that.
what?
I remember that.
Listen, I don't play about my marriage.
Yes. No.
Yeah. So faithfulness is a decision. And once you make that decision, it's a trickle down effect to some of these decisions and things start to fall in line. Yeah. You got that.
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Let's
So let's keep on going down our list. So we got faithfulness out the way. Y'all, we got that.
Yeah.
That's a decision. Make that decision to be faithful. That's a very, very, very important decision to make in your relationship.
Mhm.
And it's the right thing to do. If you're going to do anything, do the right thing. Make a decision
faithfulness
to
is a
do
decision.
The right thing. Yes.
Patience. Yeah, we talked about patience being a decision.
Yes.
Being patient with your spouse. Sometimes you have
That's
to say,
hard.
you know what? I'm going to decide.
Not to say nothing. I had to get mine out quick.
You say it again?
I'm just going to be quiet. I ain't going to say nothing. It's going to be all right.
Okay. You have to make a decision to be patient.
Yes.
You really do.
Yes.
And ladies, this is one I had to make a decision early on to be patient.
Yes.
Because I'm married.
She says this all the time.
I'm married to Billy Bird. Y'all know what that means. My friends know what that means.
My friends know what that
means. I had to make a decision to be patient.
But you were.
And for the women, sometimes that means keep your mouth shut. Shut up. Yeah, Vi, run to your quiet room. Mm-hmm. I had to make a decision to not talk, not say it. Yeah. And I remember telling somebody, listen, you think he will get there eventually without you having to say certain things? Even when driving, like, don't go there, do that, do that. Do you think he'll eventually get there without you having to say anything? If the answer is yes, you shouldn't have said anything.
Especially if it stirs up if it causes a disturbance.
Yes.
Even if he has to say something like, I know how to drive.
Yeah.
That's
no. If he will eventually get there without you saying anything, then you shouldn't have said anything. Just let him go. Let him go. Okay.
Darlene said, what do you say about it all the time?
You say what?
About you didn't have to ask me to do anything. You didn't have to ask me to stop doing anything.
Oh yeah.
You say that all the time. So
I gave you space to do it.
That was a level of patience.
I gave you space to do it.
That was a level of patience, baby. That was a great level of patience.
And Nisha said you got to choose the right words when you do speak.
That's true too.
Oh my God, it's so
true.
It's
That's
so
very
key.
true. What
Working
to
on
say,
my patience.
when to say it, where to say it, is our decisions. Yes.
For women, we have to learn how to keep your mouth shut. Because I
ain't gonna say keep your mouth shut.
Well, most of the time it is keep your mouth shut. Because we talk too much. Our husbands are not our children, right?
That's
so
true.
We don't need to be their mother. We don't need to be their Holy Spirit. We don't need to be their pastor.
You say that on
You shut up and be the girlfriend and be the wife.
Don't say shut up.
Shut up.
I don't never tell you to shut up.
You never ever do.
So don't tell yourself.
I'm talking to the girls.
Tell them to shut up.
No, y'all.
Tell them.
Y'all, come on, y'all. Sometimes we
I understand.
Women. Okay, let me find. Okay, let me. Okay.
Yes. Who's that?
Women use a lot of words, and a lot of those words are unnecessary. A lot of those words are unnecessary. So cut out the unnecessary words. Think.
Trina, very good point.
And if you think before you speak, sometimes the things don't have to be said.
Yes.
If he'll get there on his own, or it'll work out. It may not be on your time. It may take a little longer than what you would like. But if it'll eventually get there, learn to pull back. Happen. Just learn to pull back.
You see it. For it. Yeah.
You don't have to say everything you see. Mm-hmm. Just pull back. Be respectful.
It's less stressful.
Yeah. Just it's okay.
Take the less stressful.
It's okay. Don't say it. Yes. It's okay. Now let me tell you, y'all. If you've listened to me long enough, you know what I say about that whole scale of 1 to 10, right? Most things, if they are 5 or below, hush. Don't even say it.
Don't even say it. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's important.
If it's a 5 or below, don't even say it. So what I'm saying is, but if it's a 9 or 10 or something that's rocking your values, or you need to take a stand. I'm not saying that. You speak up. But
Amy said, and my neck be tired. Amy,
your poor neck need a break. Your poor neck need a break from snapping that bad boy.
Get some aspirin cream. Rub it in.
Sometimes the men, they don't understand, and you're right. And that means you got to change sometimes your
Yes.
tactic on how
Yes.
you're communicating.
That's good.
And sometimes they understand.
Yeah.
And sometimes them not saying anything
Mhm.
is an answer, is a
Yes.
response.
Yes. No response is a response.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
not making a decision is a decision.
But
Absolutely.
deciding to be patient, very early on, Matt said to me, how did that statement add value to this?
Whoa. I know that's right. I can hear Matt saying that.
I can hear him.
I just heard Matt saying
Right,
that.
look, and then
Oh my God.
I can hear Matt followed by a long pause, like,
I swear I just heard him saying that. Oh my God, that's funny.
Yes.
Nancy.
So again, my point, a lot of words don't need to be said.
Yeah.
A lot of statements
job.
do not add
Good job,
value.
Nancy.
In fact, they take you down the wrong road.
Yes.
So patience is a decision.
Yes.
And it takes work. You got to
Oh, that was
exercise it
funny.
like a muscle. You don't have to respond to everything.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
doesn't need a response.
Moving on.
Moving on. You know what else is, I agree, women coming too forceful.
Yes.
And it's a balance because some of us haven't learned how to communicate with them in a way that they can understand and relate to.
Yeah, true.
And sometimes it's emasculating
Yes.
because
That's
you're
the
talking to
main
your man
thing.
like
Yeah.
he's a boy, you know, or your child
Very
or
good.
something like that, or
Yeah.
like you're bossing him around like your
Mhm.
mom, and
Yeah.
it doesn't allow him to be a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Um,
Very good.
there's others. What else is
Good
a
answer,
decision?
guys.
You guys are great.
Forgiveness is a decision.
Ooh.
Forgiveness.
Oh, the F word.
Ooh, the F word. The F bomb.
Hey, has anybody out there had to make a decision to forgive?
What did that look like?
Has
Wow.
anybody had to make a decision to forgive?
Mm-hmm.
Forgiveness is a
Yeah.
decision.
Yes. I don't see no comments on that one.
They might need a minute.
They might
that
need
one.
a minute on that one.
The forgiveness
I
is
know.
a decision.
Yeah, that's a tough decision too.
It is a
It's
decision,
a
though.
tough because a whole lot comes after you make that decision, that forgiveness decision.
Mhm.
Well, you got to put everything else in there.
Debbie
Respect.
says she has.
Okay, I get it.
Amy says she has.
Amy
Fatima
says
said I
no.
had to forgive, but I couldn't stay. That's right.
Okay,
It don't
see,
mean.
that's what I'm
Listen,
saying.
forgive
That's
don't
what I'm
mean
saying.
forget.
Yeah, forgive don't mean forget. There comes, yeah, you can
Forgive don't mean forget.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Time is green.
and
He
a
said
lot-
everybody on here has made a decision to forgive.
absolutely, we should have.
Violetta said forgive so you can live.
That's true story too. Yeah.
Yes.
I like what Fatima said, though. I ain't stay.
Listen.
That's what I was saying. When you make that decision, that
How
forgiveness
long?
decision,
Who's that? Izzy?
usually it comes with some other decisions
How long?
after that.
How
Yeah.
long?
Yeah.
How
yeah.
long is long suffering? I remember having to ask God that. Now, how long exactly is long?
Yeah,
Is long
that's
suffering? Woo!
You're
But
not good,
forgiveness,
Frenchie. Why? Well, I get it, Frenchie.
you have to
It's
ask.
hard.
Yeah.
Forgiveness is a tough
That's a
cookie.
tough pill to swallow.
That's a tough cookie.
It's a
Especially if you're talking about stuff like infidelity and physical abuse. Yeah, those. I know. Like I said, when you make the forgiveness decision, comes with a whole lot of other factors that you have.
Because if you made a decision to forgive, you're walking down this path.
Yeah.
And you can't just keep turning around walking down this path.
Right.
Because these decisions take you somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There's some behaviors that change when you make these decisions.
Yeah.
But it's a decision.
Or there needs to be some change.
Yeah. For offenses.
Yeah, for offense.
You have to ask for forgiveness and you have to forgive in your heart.
Yes.
You have to forgive in your heart.
Okay.
In the decisions. Decision to serve is one that we made.
Service.
Yeah.
Making a decision. We made a conscious decision to try to outserve each other because we knew the value of it.
Yeah.
So serving is a decision. And I'd like to put the 5-second rule in a play when it comes to service.
What's that?
As soon as something comes to mind to do something for Darlene, I immediately use the 5-second rule.
What means what? What do you do?
I do it within the 5 seconds.
Oh, just get up and do it.
I just get up and do it. Yes, because the benefits far outweigh my discomfort in not doing it.
See, that's why you're too fast for me. You keep beating me. He keep winning the competition, y'all.
Yes, because the benefit, I mean, if you
Now you
remember,
just told me the
service
secret. You just
begets
told me the
service, I
secret to
think.
how you winning.
Well,
You told me the secret to how you winning.
Yeah.
Winning.
well, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. That's
You
all
can
right. I'm gonna
use
get you
that
though.
model though, because we
I'm gonna
both
get
be
you though.
winning.
I'm gonna get you
We'll
though.
both be winning.
We both win.
Yeah. So the service thing is big for me because, like I said, I know the benefits of it. It far outweighs my discomfort in not seeking to serve, darling. Even if it's that cup of tea, coming out the kitchen or coming out of my shop to go at intentionally make her a cup of tea, or intentionally ask her how she doing, or how her day is going, or how are the kids, or anything that is that serves her spirit, serves her purpose, serves her.
So good at that.
Her, yeah. I
hope,
jump to it.
I just hope that I serve you as well as you serve me, because you do a fantastic
job.
job.
You do a great. I told you, nobody
Fantastic
takes care
job.
of me better than you have. Nobody. My mother and father, maybe. Yes, maybe.
But we made it. We made a commitment to serve each other and put the other one first. And so I made a decision to serve him. He made a decision to serve me. And what that does is we're thinking of the other person and trusting that the other person has got us and that we've got it all covered that way.
No, I'm gonna tell you how one of the reasons why, because not only is that something that we had already started and kind of put into place, but I told y'all about this story about me coming down the highway, coming from when I was working at doing the airplanes, and I told y'all I was coming down the highway, driving, boom, it hit me all of a sudden. I was married to Darlene, and oh my God, what am I supposed to do? And literally during that drive, it got quiet. All of a sudden, I heard this voice say to me, "You take care of Darlene, and I'll take care of the rest."
Yeah. Wow.
Not me. That wasn't me. I hadn't even thought of it. I was asking the question how, what to do. And like I said, I really feel like, because I began to tune myself and try to start really listening for God and listening to God and seeing how he responded to me and some of the things I was asking and how his response. And that was his response to me. And I've operated in that ever since. So it's been my charge.
You heard God tell you to take care of Darlene, and he would take care of the rest. And you decided that's
I was
how
going to listen.
That you would listen and live your life like that, right?
I would live my life.
Hey, Uncle Pro.
Yeah, because as long as she's here and I'm her husband, that's what he gave me. That's the charge that he gave me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's wonderful. I feel like that too. I really do.
Tell you,
I feel
your pictures on his refrigerator. I can't get the thought out of my head that Darlene's picture is on God's refrigerator. I can't get that out of my head every time.
I'm his daughter. You don't want to mess with God's daughter.
He's got all of her dueling from third grade and everything right on his refrigerator. Right now. So,
but I hear what you're saying, baby. It's missional for you.
Yes.
And it's something.
Hey, Uncle Pro, happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Yes, Uncle Pro is here.
But I really do feel God's love for me.
Hold tight. Wait a minute. Hold tight. Wait a minute. Joe Lucky, my main man, Joe. I told you I was going to shout you out, man. What's up, Joe? Joe is one of my buddies. We do some work together at Restoration Hero. That's my main man, Joe. Thank you for joining us,
Joe.
man.
Nice to meet you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
Joe
Lucky.
But yeah, I do feel God's love for me through my husband.
I would hope so.
The way that he serves me, I really feel like God.
Hey, cousin.
I feel God's love for me through my husband. I do. I don't know. I'm trying to explain something. I don't know if I'm explaining it good, but I do feel it. In the way that he serves and loves me. I feel like he's taking care of me for God. Taking care of God's daughter for him.
Absolutely.
So service is big.
That's what he told me to do. Service is big. Make a decision to serve. It will catapult your relationship to levels you have not even begun to believe or see. I'm telling you. Yeah. You'll get. No, listen to this. I believe the level of service is what got us where we are now.
I agree. Let me say this though.
Where we at? We in time. Where are we going on?
I do. What time is it?
No, don't worry about it. Keep doing.
I do believe that there are givers and there are takers.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that takers love givers.
True.
And I believe that givers are going to give,
yes.
even when they have nothing less to give. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that there should be some balance in that. Like if you guys could make an agreement to serve each other or make a decision to serve each other and take care of each other's needs, it will change your whole relationship. He doesn't have to worry about trying to defend for himself or take care of himself because he trusts that, you know, I'm not going to be selfish like in my needs and things. I want him to be happy. Mm-hmm. But making a decision to serve each other is where it is, guys. Not let one person just lay back and just receive. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about serving each other. So
yeah, we're talking about
serving each other. I don't know. That was for somebody. I know.
Yeah, that's for some. Yeah.
Okay.
I get that.
All
Very
right.
good.
Okay.
Very good. Where we at? Respect.
Oh.
Respect.
That's a decision.
That's a decision. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Respect is a decision.
Yeah.
In relationships.
Yeah.
You
I
must.
feel God's love for me through my husband. That's real couple goals. Who wants to feel this with me on my next dating profile? There you go.
Okay. Okay.
There you go, Fatima.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Respect.
I'm the giver. Yeah.
Respect.
You got to receive too. Respect.
That's right. RESPECT. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you.
Respect. You have to make a decision to respect in a relationship. That's a big one too.
Yes.
Respect meaning I will not act or speak or do anything that ridicules or embarrasses my husband, or let anybody else say and do things to ridicule or embarrass my husband. And you have to respect them, not just when they're around.
Yes.
You know, I think you really build big respect when you can honor them when they're not around. Yeah.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Respecting your spouse when they're not around is that'll keep you out of trouble too. Mm-hmm. That'll keep you out of trouble. Yeah. That'll keep your relationship out of trouble.
Guys, we could do this. Come on, y'all.
We can do it.
Let's level up in our relationships. Let's learn. Yes. Let's put these things into place. We can do this, guys.
Hold tight. Wait a minute.
What's wrong?
It's time for a commercial, guys. Hey, Chuck, you ready? Can you give it to us, man?
Commercial break.
Hey everybody, we're back. First, want to shout out Tuesday Green. Hey Tuesday for joining us. Hey,
thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Hey,
especially people who are joining for the first time. Yes. Thank you so much for joining in on the conversation with the LoveByrds. We just talking, y'all. Yeah. We just pick a different topic and we talk about it. So thank you for joining in.
Gotta do some housekeeping.
Okay.
Remember, go to Feel Good Talk on Facebook. Like and share. All of our fine shows is Meditate, Shane Gordine. We got a whole lot of informative stuff out there. Our friend Kendra Moore is out there. Jamila J. Williams World. Naim the Love Doctor. Cassandra on Saturdays. Go to Feel Good Talk on Facebook and go to Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business on YouTube. Subscribe. Thank you, Chuck, for behind the scenes, man. Our CEO, COO, CFO, Chuck Charles in the background holding it down. I'm shouting them all out. Shout out to Fatima West, who's also on our Feel Good team, who's with us tonight. My cousin Izzy. Everybody come in. Heart like. I want to see some hearts, some likes. All yes. One other thing. The LoveByrds cruise.
Yeah, guys.
Partner with the English Love Language on February 13th. We'll be sailing on the Spirit of Philadelphia on the 13th of February. Thank you, Chuck. There's the flyer.
Yes, guys.
Make sure you got your vaccines and your vaccination cards because they're going to want those once we get on the board. To get on board, ship $75 per person, $150 per couple. You can Cash App at money
Dollar
sign
sign Darlene Bird.
Darlene Bird.
Guys, we're sailing. Come
We're
along and
sailing,
ride
come
on
along,
this
have some fun. We're
fantastic
gonna have some
voyage.
fun. We're gonna do some games. We're gonna get some giveaways. It's gonna be an awesome time. Chuck is gonna be turning it out. Oh no, we got somebody else on the ones and twos. But Feel Good Talk will be in the building live, broadcasting from the LoveByrd cruise with the English love language. One other thing. Excuse me.
What?
I need
Baby?
material.
You need material?
Go to love-birds.com. Get your copy of the LoveByrd story.
Yes.
The LoveByrd story, how the class clown and the class president develop an extraordinary love. And you can get yourself and find yourself in an extraordinary love too. I'm done.
Thank you, baby.
Did I do good?
Me, you dropping the mic.
I dropped the mic.
You good with the commercials? I never. You're so good.
Yes, yes, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, you got that part. You
Yes.
got that part.
We got a couple more things
So
to go through.
so
and
join us on the cruise.
Join us on the cruise, guys.
And
We're
not
gonna
just
have
for
some fun,
couples,
man.
it's for singles
It's
too.
for singles too. Yes.
We're celebrating love.
We're celebrating love.
And you might be finding love. I don't know. So let's come back. We got a couple more. 2 more things we want to share about this whole decision.
Amy, here we come. We coming with it.
We're about to take it on in, but so we're talking about decisions, guys, and how, I've been rocked by the comment that you look like your decisions, and so we decided that would be our topic for today. So we've been talking about the decisions, and how decisions, how your relationships reflect the decisions that you have made. So we talked about deciding to be faithful, deciding to be patient, deciding to forgive, deciding to serve, and then deciding to be respectful. Just 2 more. One is kindness. Deciding to be kind. That's a decision.
To be kind.
Not to be mean, not to be short, not to be negative. That's a decision.
Yes.
And once you make that decision, your behavior starts to change. It should be reflected in your speech and your behavior. Deciding to have a good tone, deciding not to pick fights and arguments. That's a decision. That's a decision. So deciding to be kind. It sounds like it should be like a no-brainer, doesn't it? But it's really not.
Some people are really mean. It's not. I don't think kindness is. For some people, kindness is hard.
Wow.
Some people, kindness is hard for some people. Some people just have that nose in the air kind of. Yeah. I'm gonna just cuss you out kind of attitude. I know several people like that.
Tuesday, she said they would love to be on a boat. Yeah, let's come on Tuesday. Yes,
come on.
Couples
the boat,
and singles.
Yes. People are still getting tickets now, man. I'm telling you, we just sold about 4 or 5 tickets today.
It's the 13th of February. It's a Sunday. It's a brunch. We'll be back home before the Super Bowl comes on.
Oh yeah, we'll be back home before the Super Bowl, guys.
We'll be back home in time for that.
We can get it out the way early.
But let's cruise. Let's celebrate love. Let's celebrate love.
We got one more.
For the bird seed.
No. We got to sell one more. Covered.
That's the bird seed. No? You got a different one?
I had a different celebration. Yeah, I mean, I had.
You got a different bird seed?
I had another bird seed.
You want to drop a different seed?
I was going to drop one bird.
I was going to drop a different seed? All right.
Just right here, Ma.
Okay, all right, so he got the bird seed this week.
Yes.
So a bird, we try to leave you with something to chew on over the week.
Yes.
Anger, meanness usually has pain underneath, but knowing that doesn't make it any easier to handle or deal with. It's hard.
I told you. Yes, right. I know. Kindness is tough. It's hard. For some people, it's really hard because
and the thing about that,
underlying factors, yes.
And the thing about that, what Fatima just says is, then you take it out on the ones that are closest to you, the ones that you should be loving and helping you through it. They're the ones that get it. They're the ones that get the brunt of that.
Most occasions, they're the ones who get it because they're the only one. That's the only event you have. You know, most people, that's the only event they have. If they could go out and unleash it on the street, then we have a whole lot.
If you get beat down too much, you may have a little attitude. So listen, that's a decision. Yeah, that's a decision. Deciding to take it is a decision. Deciding not to take it is a decision. And then, it's a trickle down effect. All right. Okay, see you, Aunt Debbie. So,
See
but
you, Aunt Debbie, yes.
one more decision, and I hope you take this with you into your next week. When it comes to your relationships, deciding to celebrate,
Yes.
deciding to celebrate. You
Yes.
know, sometimes people just can take things for granted so much, but deciding to celebrate even little things is
A lot of
big.
people don't pat themselves on the back.
Yeah,
They beat themselves up about it
yeah.
constantly. Yes.
My husband put it in my job description.
Yes. Oh yeah.
That you put 4 things in my job description that you needed, and we talk
Yes.
a lot about needs and
Yes.
meeting the needs and making sure that we got those needs covered right in here. But he put it in my job
This was her
description.
job description. This is what I told her she had to do. One was you. Come on.
You told me my job description was to look pretty,
One.
to smile,
Yes.
to pat him on his knee, and to tell him he's doing a good job.
That's what her. And see, she just got a raise.
So that's my job description. To look pretty, smile, pat him on his knee, and tell him he's doing a good job. So that's the whole celebrate piece. You know, you're doing such a good job, baby. Good job. I like when you do that.
I like
So
when you do that.
yeah, I like to just pull up a chair and just give it to him. Oh,
Yeah.
you look so sexy when
There
you're doing
it
that.
is.
Oh, you're doing such a
Smile,
good job. Look
pat
at how
me.
you.
See,
It just I just it
she just
he's so
became-
easy
She
to
just
us.
became president of the company.
Oh, you're doing such a great job. Who does not like to hear that they're doing a good job though, right? Even on your job, don't you want to hear that you're doing a good
Gentlemen,
job?
make that your wife's job description.
Don't you want to
Yeah,
hear that
put
you're doing a
in
good
her
job?
description.
Uncle Pro, don't you want to hear from Vi that you're doing a good job?
Yes.
Vi, yes, Vi.
Yes, a
Don't you
little
want to
bit,
hear? Yes, Vi said activity director excitement. Yes, you're doing a good job. Celebrate.
Yes.
Celebrate even the little
Give
stuff.
him a line.
You know, it's so many things that go unsaid.
Amy, I'm going to get you.
Listen, I don't even know what Amy was saying yet. Could Amy take me down another path? We talked about stuff that don't need to be said, that we say. There are things that we should say that we don't. So here's where you turn the knob up on the celebrating and turn the knob back on the just the chatter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is an area where you need to turn the knob up, right? So celebrate, appreciate your spouse's gift, your mate's gifts, their attributes, celebrate them.
Yes.
Personally, celebrate them both personally to them, individually, but also publicly.
Yes.
Yes. Shout your man out.
There it is. That's
Shout your man out, baby. You shout him, baby.
What's that?
You shouted me out yesterday.
Oh,
What in the world?
We had an anniversary yesterday.
Did y'all see that?
The 1 year anniversary of
Baby,
our
what
book.
did you say? Can you read it?
Baby,
You don't want to read it? All right.
No, that's okay.
It was a lot.
Y'all can go to my page and see it.
It was a lot.
I put it up in everybody's. I put it out there in every group.
It was. I didn't see it till like last night. Like I had a busy day. I didn't see it till the end of the day, and I'm like, oh my God, baby.
No.
Oh, it was so precious. Oh my God, it's so much.
Hey, listen, we got a bird seed for y'all.
All right, guys.
I'm gonna drop the bird seed tonight because she looks all googly eyed.
Yeah, y'all. If y'all see that post he put out yesterday, you be googly eyed too, right? He was like, "It's just something about you. I don't know what it is. I pray that I never even figure out what it is."
I'll never.
But
that just keeps me searching and looking deeper and deeper
You was
inside.
talking that talk, Billy Bird. You be talking that talk, y'all. He talk that talk. You be talking that talk, Billy Bird.
Hey, listen, I got a bird seed for y'all.
Let's take them home with bird seed.
We're gonna take y'all on the bird. Bird seed is just a couple points that we want to point out about this decision-making thing, the decision-making, not the process, but the idea of decision-making. And one is take control. You have the choice.
I didn't understand that.
Oh, Lexa, you know what?
Lexa, doing too much.
That's why she didn't understand. That was kind of take control. You have the ability to make the decision. Remember what we said, an indecision is also a decision not to make a decision because it will work its way out one way or the other. How about making it work out and work for you? So take control, make the decision. The second point I would like to add to that is be consistent with your decision making. If you're going to decide to do something, stay committed to it. The more you're committed to it, the more you're going to gain. The more committed you are, the maximum the result will be. And thirdly and lastly, trust the process. Not only trust the process, because trust involves faith and belief. So trust the process, not only in the process, and trust yourself. Trust that you can do it. Not only that, trust the outcome will be what you're looking for. And those are your birdseeds for tonight. We want to thank y'all again for joining us. It's been a lovely evening. We're the LoveByrds. I'm William Bird.
I'm Darlene Bird.
And together we
are the
love,
LoveByrds.
we're the
We love
LoveByrds,
people.
and we love
love.
Peace.
Till next week, guys.